I'm here at the Animal Kingdom. Happy Friday, welcome back to my channel. Today's Friday favorites is Walt Disney World themed. I'm so excited because it's all about the snacks and the drinks at Walt Disney World. So I grew up around Disney. I went to Disney as a child. I lived near Disney, and as soon as I turned 16, I got a job at Disney. I worked at It's a Small World. I worked at Peter Pan. I had the best teenage years working there. Then I moved on to what was called Disney Mgm Studios, which is now called Hollywood Studios. And there I worked at the Voyage of the Little Mermaid, and I was a tour guide at the Magic of Disney Animation. So I had like a 7-minute spiel, and it was really cool because you got to take groups on a tour through the facility where animators were actually drawing the movies. They don't do that anymore just because it's mostly done with computer animation. So it was super cool to see actual animators working, and I would take them through the entire facility. I still remember the spiel I had to do. I remember my mom would come on the weekends and watch me do it, and I was like, hey Mom. So I had so much fun working there, and then I moved on to Disney Mgm Studios guest relations. I got to wear the plaid vest and I felt all official. I helped people make their vacations even better. I honestly learned so much working at Disney. And then I became a Disney VIP tour guide, which was super fun because I was able to take very important people around the parks. A lot of business owners and a lot of celebrities and sports figures. We had so many fun events like the Super Soap Weekend. We had the Quarterback Challenge Weekend, so I got to meet so many NFL quarterbacks, and I've just had so many great experiences at Disney. And then I had my daughter, and we spent every weekend at Disney all the years of her growing up, so she's a complete Disney kid. And then she got a job at Walt Disney World when she was old enough, and now we have Disney passes and we go all the time. So I'm just a Disney person. So I think there's no one better to tell you about the best snacks and drinks on Walt Disney World property. So I usually focus on my 5 favorites, but this week I couldn't just pick 5. So I picked many of my favorites at the Walt Disney World Resort. This week's Friday favorites are my favorite snacks and drinks at Walt Disney World. The first theme park I went to was Epcot, and right now they have the Flower and Garden Festival going on. So they have all these booths set up with tons of different foods. So I wasn't there to have an entire meal, which you totally could do. I was just there to try the different snacks and desserts at some of the different booths. So these are some of my favorites. In Japan, my favorite item was frushi. Sushi, but fruit, and it's beautiful. So it's basically strawberry, pineapple, and cantaloupe wrapped in rice. It's like a sweet rice, and pink soy paper. And then it has whipped cream and drizzled berry sauce on it and a little bit of toasted coconut. I love it. It's so good and it's beautiful. Every time I go to the theme parks, I get a Dole Whip. I mean, how could you not? I love pineapple. It reminds me of Hawaii because I actually went to the Dole Plantation in Hawaii and got a Dole Whip there. But there's nothing like getting them at the Walt Disney World theme parks. So I got a Dole Whip in Epcot at the pineapple little pavilion. but you can also get them at all the other parks, and they even have different flavors that they add in and so many cute things. So I highly recommend getting a Dole Whip every time you visit the theme parks. At the refreshment port, there is this little trio of popsicles that are so cute. The popsicles are honeydew, raspberry mint, and coconut lime. I love how cute they are.
Excuse me, sir.
I wasn't a huge fan of the honeydew popsicle, but I love the raspberry and the coconut lime popsicles. Just took a little bite and they were delicious and refreshing, and look how cute they are. I didn't actually get to taste anything from it because honestly I was full, but the Sunshine Griddle over by Test Track has some of the coolest things. They have this avocado toast that looks like there's flowers on it. They have shrimp and grits, and then they have this corned beef brisket hash. There's two really cool desserts that I would get there. One of them is the fried cinnamon roll bites with cream cheese frosting and candied bacon, and the other is the Fruit Loop shake. So I'm definitely gonna try the Fruit Loop shake next time I go. I absolutely love going to France, and they're almost done with the Ratatouille attraction there, so I can't wait to go back. But I just love how beautiful everything is over there. It wasn't crowded, and going in that French bakery is like an attraction in itself. There's so many options. So I got two options, and these aren't really a part of the Flower and Garden Festival. It's just you can always go in the French bakery and find all these amazing desserts. But I got this chocolate goodness. It's basically dark chocolate with white chocolate mousse in it and like all kinds of chocolates. It's very rich, but it's delicious. And then the other thing I got was this strawberry macaron deliciousness, and it was also very tasty. There are so many options, and it's all year round at the French bakery. Every time I go to the parks, I like to get a Mickey shaped pretzel. It's just, I'm a little cheese ball, but I don't get cheese with the pretzel. I don't really like the kind of cheese they give, so I just eat the pretzel by itself. But you can't go to a Disney park and not get a Mickey shaped pretzel or a Mickey shaped ice cream bar. So in this case, I chose the Mickey shaped pretzel, and it was delicious. The thing I love about Epcot is it just doesn't feel crowded because it's so huge. There's so many places for people to walk around, and I got there right when it opened at 11. I love the Flower and Garden Festival. There are just the most beautiful topiaries all around. There's a butterfly garden you can walk through. It's just gorgeous. So I highly recommend going to the Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot anytime between now and July 5th. Tons of great food and great ambiance. Great flowers and gardens.
One of the many reasons I love my Jeep. I can always find it. Literally, I saw it from way across the parking lot.
I dragged my family along, but they were not disappointed because we went to Everglazed. It's a new donut place near Splitsville, the bowling alley in Disney Springs, and it gets very busy. So I dragged my family along first thing in the morning. We got there, it opened at 9, we got there by 9:30. There were only a few people in line, but if you wait too long, it can become a 2 to 3 hour wait. So I always advise going early to the parks, going early to the resorts. Always get up early, it's worth it. So this donut place had so many options that we decided to get a dozen donuts, and there were only 4 of us, and we're not huge sweets eaters. Well, I am, but the rest of them aren't. So right now I'm actually on a little health kick. So I shouldn't be eating an entire donut. So I just took bites of little ones just to get the taste. And I got an iced coffee with the donut on top. The place is super cute. I love the little truck outside. I love all the colors. I love the decor, but the donuts are actually delicious. There's a little window where you can see them making the donuts. And then there's so many choices. So we got the Fruity Pebble donut, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch donut, the Oreo donut. We got some sprinkled donuts. We got a cinnamon roll. I have to say my absolute favorite was the Cinnamon Toast Crunch donut. It was like eating a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch but then it had cream cheese frosting on it. Oh, it was so good. My whole family absolutely loved Everglazed. If you like donuts, you should definitely try it out. Our plan was to then go to a very famous cookie place now in Disney Springs called Gideon's Bakery, but that place is insanity. It's beautiful, the cookies are amazing, which I've had because there's another location in downtown Orlando. But guys, I'm telling you that people are waiting 5 hours for these cookies. And it's just like, I would be the type of person that would wait 5 hours for a cookie, and I won't even wait 5 hours. I mean, it's just kind of like, for a cookie, 5 hours of my life. Now they have a virtual queue, but when we got there, the virtual queue hadn't even started. And we got there at 10:20, and it looked like at least an hour wait. And I asked one of the guys in line, I was like, how long have you been waiting? He said, oh, we got here an hour ago. And he was maybe halfway through the line. So I just thought, you know, it is spring break. I'll probably come back to Gideon's maybe like on a Monday or Tuesday at the end of April when the spring breakers have gone home. But I know that their cookies are delicious. I have not been inside this restaurant, but I definitely think you should check it out, but be prepared. I don't necessarily think any cookie is worth waiting that long for, but you may differ from me. There are amazing restaurants, other desserts all around Disney Springs, but I just wanted to focus this week on Everglazed. So I definitely think you should check Everglazed out. This is going to be one video, but there is just so much great information coming from Walt Disney World that I'm not going to make a 20-minute video. So this is part 1. Stay tuned next week for part 2, which includes Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Magic Kingdom. I hope you enjoyed this Disney Fun Friday Favorites, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see you next week.